Greetings. My name is Shane Brown, Senior Retirement Specialist with the MCPS Employee and Retiree Service Center, and today I'll be talking to you about your retirement benefits. The MCPS Employee and Retiree Service Center, also known as ERSC, we go by our acronym ERSC. We handle your health benefits, payroll, leave, workers' comp, and retirement-related matters. You can always contact us Monday through Friday at 301-517-8100. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and our call center operates from 8 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. You can email us at erSC@mcpsmd.org, and you can also visit our webpage. You can visit the ERSC webpage, which is a part of the broader MCPS website. The link is provided right at the bottom of this slide. If you visit the ERSC webpage, the place that you want to go is the Employee Self-Service link. ERSC provides this Employee Self-Service page where you can handle your pay, taxes, direct deposit, benefit enrollment, retirement, etc. So all of that information that we handle for you, health benefits, payroll, retirement, everything is located for you here at the Employee Self-Service Center. Now, most of your benefit enrollment can be done online through the links provided on this page. However, the pension portion is done with paper forms, and those forms are accessible from the links on this page as well. So let's talk about the pension plan. Pension is a mandatory condition of employment. This is mandatory for all eligible employees that are permanent, full-time employees, or budgeted at least 500 hours in the fiscal year. So if you are a permanent full-time employee, you'll be enrolled in the pension plan, or if you are a part-time employee budgeted to work at least 500 hours in the fiscal year, you will be enrolled in the pension plan as well. You have a core pension, which we refer to as the base pension, base or core, and that is through the Maryland State Retirement and Pension System, also known as the Maryland State Retirement Agency. So you will be enrolled in the Maryland State Teachers Pension System through that organization, through that entity. You contribute 7% of your annual pay to the state pension plan. In addition to the state pension plan, you have a smaller, separate supplemental pension benefit that's administered by MCPS through the MCPS Employees Pension System. And you contribute 0.5%, okay? So 0.5% of your annual salary to the supplemental pension plan. So again, you have a core pension through the Maryland State Retirement Agency, and then you have a separate, smaller supplemental pension through MCPS. You contribute 7% to the state plan and 0.5% to the supplemental MCPS pension plan. So the total contribution is 7.5%. Temporary and substitute employees are not eligible to participate in the pension plan. Along with participation, you must complete the required enrollment forms for both respective pension plans, both the state plan and the MCPS supplemental pension plan. Maryland state law requires pension enrollment forms to be completed within 30 days of employment, so within 30 days of your hire date. So this is something that you want to do within the first 4 weeks of your official hire date with MCPS. To enroll, you submit the application for membership and the designation of beneficiary form. So because you have two plans, a core pension and a supplemental pension, that means you have to submit a membership application for both and also a designation of beneficiary form for both. So there's a membership form for the state pension plan and a membership form for the supplemental MCPS pension plan. And then there's a beneficiary form for the state pension plan and a beneficiary form for the supplemental MCPS pension plan. The designation of beneficiary form for the state pension plan, that form requires notarization. So in that particular form, you want to take your time, fill it out properly, okay? And you don't want to make any mistakes on the designation of beneficiary form for the state pension plan. The state will not accept this form if you have whiteout or egregious cross-outs or overwrites on it. So you want to take your time on this particular form. If you make a mistake or an error, simply start over with a fresh form. The state designation of beneficiary form must be notarized, and the date notarized and the date signed must be the same. So with the state's beneficiary form, you want to get that form notarized prior to submission. And in addition to that, you must include valid proof of birth date. So you need to submit a total of 5 items for proper pension enrollment. You need to submit the state pension enrollment application for membership form, and you need to submit the state designation of beneficiary form. And then also for your supplemental pension, you want to submit the MCPS application for membership for the pension enrollment in that particular plan, and then also the beneficiary form for the supplemental MCPS pension plan as well. And then in addition to those 4 forms, you want to include proof of birth. So that's a total of 5 items. And at the bottom of the slide, you see listed the acceptable forms of proof of birth that will be accepted. The most common items are a valid driver's license, a valid U.S. passport, or a birth certificate. Most individuals will have one of those 3 items. So a photocopy of any of those are sufficient. You must submit all original forms to ERSC, okay, to ERSC. You want to submit them to our office, to the MCPS Employee and Retiree Service Center. Faxed and scanned copies will not be accepted. However, there is one exception to that. If the notary uses a seal with ink, so if the notary affixes their official seal and they use an ink stamp notary seal with ink, that's acceptable because that will show up electronically. So that can be faxed or submitted via email. However, if the notary uses an embossed seal, then the original forms have to be submitted to our office. Do not send forms directly to the state retirement agency. I repeat, do not send forms directly to the state retirement agency. The state forms has their address on it. However, you don't want to submit the forms to their office. They must get submitted to our office first, to ERSC first, so we can add the necessary employer information, and then we will forward those forms to the state retirement agency on your behalf. Failure to complete these forms will result in a $100 penalty. This penalty is imposed by the state, so it's very important to do these forms within your first 4 weeks of your official hire date so you can avoid that $100 penalty. Now that we've talked about enrollment, let's talk about briefly in the next slide what makes one eligible for retirement. How do you qualify for what we call normal retirement or normal service retirement in the pension plan? So to qualify for retirement, you must meet the rule of 90, where age plus eligibility service equals 90. An example of that would be an employee that's age 60 that has 30 years of eligibility service. 30 plus 60 equals 90. That individual will qualify for retirement. Or you can qualify at the age of 65 if you have at least 10 years of eligibility service, and that's for normal service retirement. There is an early retirement benefit as well. To qualify for early service retirement, you must be at least age 60 and have at least 15 years of eligibility service. However, for early retirement, the benefit is reduced based upon retiring early. The penalty is 6% for each year prior to the normal retirement age of 65, with a maximum reduction of 30% if you were to retire right at the age of 60 in this early retirement scenario. So that covers your normal retirement benefit and your early retirement benefit for the pension plan. And again, the pension is mandatory. You're required to participate in the pension plan as a part of your employment. In addition to the mandatory pension plan, MCPS offers optional defined contribution plans, which are separate from the pension plans that I've just talked about. So let's talk a little bit about those optional plans. MCPS offers a 403B plan and a 457B plan, which are voluntary retirement savings plans. The 403B and 457B refer to the sections of the Internal Revenue Code, the IRS code, that govern these plans. For more about that, you can visit the IRS website at the link presented in this slide here. Contributions to the defined contribution plans are made on a pre-tax basis through payroll deductions, and this reduces the taxes that you owe. So these contributions to these optional plans are pre-tax. That goes for the pension plan as well, obviously, but again, the pension plan is mandatory. These plans here, the 403B plan, the 457 plan, these are optional for you. These plans, the 403B and 457B, are through Fidelity Investments. Fidelity Investments is the MCPS vendor for these optional retirement savings plans. To open an account with Fidelity, you want to visit the web page that you see at the top of this slide here at the www.netbenefits.com link, and you can choose to register at the top of the screen. And you can enroll in the 403B plan or the 457B plan or both. The choice is yours. When you enroll in one of these plans through Fidelity, you will designate your beneficiaries. You'll provide your email address. You'll elect how you want to receive your statement. You can receive it by email or postal mail. And then you can select the investments and the contribution amount by either dollar amount or percentage. So you can determine the percentage of your pay that you'll contribute, or you can specify a dollar amount to come out of each biweekly paycheck. And this is done online. This enrollment is all done online. As I mentioned previously, the pension enrollment is done with paper forms that I mentioned. However, these optional retirement savings plans through the 457B or the 403B is all done online through Fidelity. Employees can contribute up to $19,500 per year in each plan. Employees that are age 50 and over have the option of contributing an additional $6,500 each year to each plan. If you need additional help with this, you can contact Fidelity at the phone number provided on this slide, and their contact information is provided at the link at the top, presented at the top of the slide as well. So you can contact Fidelity, and they will provide assistance to you. You must be age 59 and a half to begin withdrawing funds from your 403B plan without penalty. You must be separated from service before you can begin withdrawing funds from your 457B plan, or age 59 and a half to do so without penalty. Since these contributions to these plans are made on a pre-tax basis, you will owe taxes at the time of withdrawing money from either plan. So this covers both the mandatory pension and also the optional defined contribution plans that you have. If you have any additional questions, please see the frequently asked questions sheet provided with the NEO packet. Questions can also be added to the Google document provided, and you can also call or email ERSC as well. welcome to MCPS. We're glad you're here. Thank you and goodbye.